Hello from Istanbul, Sabiha, Gokcen International Airport. SAW is the second international airport serving Istanbul, Turkey. Located 32 kilometers southeast of the city center, it is the Asian part of the transcontinental city. The airport is named after Sabiha Gokcen, adoptive daughter of Mustafa Kemal Ataturk and the first female fighter pilot in the world. SAW first opened its doors in 2001, and less than a decade later, construction began on a major expansion to meet soaring demand. The new international terminal, designed to handle up to 25 million passengers a year, officially opened in October 2009. I arrived at 7 a.m., 2.5 hours before the departure time, as many people posted online mentioning long queues at the border and security. The queues were not short, but also not horrible. Today we journey upon Qatar Airways narrow-body aircraft to their one and only fortress hub located in Qatar. So without further ado, let's hop into another episode of Burning Miles. Taking a look at our ride for today, we've got a Qatar Airways A320, registration Alpha 7-Lima Alpha Alpha, with a 25 years of excellence sticker right next to the cockpit window. After a quick search on the internet, it turns out that the 25th anniversary of Qatar Airways was all the way back in 2022. So that sticker's been there for 3 years. It's like having a Christmas tree in your living room in June, 3 Junes in a row. The sun is out, and so will we be as it's finally time to board. A little fun fact about jet bridges: in some parts of the world, you'll find boarding bridges with no windows. The idea is tied to evacuation safety. During an emergency, passengers might hesitate to walk through a glass tunnel if they see flames outside, even though the reinforced glass is just as fire-resistant as metal. Here's my seat 25F. A pillow with a single-use casing and blanket was waiting for me on the seat. I'll be guarding the cargo bay for the next 4 hours. The seat back is quite simple, with a literature pocket at the top and no built-in IFE. Entertainment is instead streamed through the onboard Wi-Fi free of charge. Legroom is decent for a short regional hop at 31.5 inches of pitch and 17.7 inches of width. And the cabin is clean and well kept. I'd say it was a 7 out of 10. As we leave this low-cost carrier A-Jet 737 parked next to us, I'd just like to remind you all to consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more content like this in the future. There are also several Pegasus parked throughout the airport, which serves as one of 2 major carriers at this airport. This specific aircraft actually no longer flies for Qatar Airways after operating under the name for nearly 10 years. The leased aircraft has changed hands and now operates for Heston Airlines, with a short stint flying for Azal Airlines under a new registration LY-MAU. The aircraft was originally supposed to be delivered to Al Mahan Airlines back in 2015, however, because of some issues, it was instead taken over by a leasing agency who leased it to Qatar. As we roll onto the runway, enjoy the blinding view of the sun blasting into the camera. While I usually just make fun of bring your own device entertainment, today I decided to provide a little on-screen tour of the software. You can access this service through your personal device, thus providing a variety of shows, movies, and onboard map, which does a solid job of keeping you updated on the flight. And most importantly, there's Family Guy available. From what I could tell looking into the aircraft info for Qatar's A320s, most of their fleet consists of seats containing IFEs, which would shrink the need for this on-device service. Here comes the meal, and Qatar Airways never disappoints. Today's tray features Thai green curry beef strips, a quinoa salad, and tiramisu for dessert. The curry was honestly one of the most flavorful dishes I've ever had on a plane. It was so good that, with better plating, I wouldn't be upset if it was a meal up in business class. It's genuinely ground restaurant quality and a solid 10 out of 10. After eating, I crashed for a quick nap since we arrived at the airport at around 7 a.m. Not much happened in the cabin after that, pretty minimal service, which was honestly better for me. This flight is a real eye-opener for someone like me who is almost always flying North American Airlines. The quality of product and service on this flight were in many ways much better than the ranks of United, Delta, or JetBlue. While I can't necessarily say this flight was perfect, considering a lack of IFE and limited Wi-Fi availability, it still surpassed so many other airlines with its stellar food service for a flight of just 4 hours. As we make our way down into Doha, I'd just like to say that Qatar Airways is always dressed to impress. This flight was part of a larger reservation going across several countries and continents, but having this as a connection was not a disappointment. That's not just coming from someone who intentionally books extra flights for the fun of it. I genuinely think this made this trip better, and it also provided the opportunity to see the sights and sounds of Istanbul and a little bit of Doha. It's safe to say I enjoyed this experience, but as for what I rate this, be sure to stick around till the end to find out. For now, enjoy the awesome landing into Doha.
لقد كان من دواعي سرورنا استضيافكم اليوم في هذه الرحلة، متمنين أن نراكم قريبا في رحلات أخرى، ونشكركم لاختياركم السفر مع الخطوط الجوية القطرية وتحالف عنوان الخطوط الجوية القطرية معا إلى كل مكان. سيدتي وسادتي، تسهيل إجراء الخروج من الطائرة رجاء الانتظار إلى حين مغادرة ركاب السفر الذي أمامكم. شكرا وطاب يومكم بكل خير.
Welcome to Doha, the first time ever saying that city on this channel, and it is with great joy and excitement because of this experience I have had today. With all things considered, I'd rate this flight a solid 8 out of 10. As mentioned earlier, this flight wasn't perfect without the now fairly standard inclusion of an IFE and fairly subpar Wi-Fi options. The cabin was clean and well maintained, the atmosphere provided a calm and relaxing journey, and the overall best part of this flight was definitely the fantastic meal, which was way above expectations for a flight in the medium regional sector. Qatar Airways continues to deliver a consistently smooth experience, and this flight is further evidence to their incredible product and service. I would 100% recommend this flight to anyone looking to fly in the future. In terms of this video though, that will pretty much sum it up for the day. I really hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, be sure to like and subscribe so that maybe one day I can experience this flight again. Be sure to join me next time on a product we are all a little more familiar with on United's E175 economy product. Until then, thanks so much for tuning in.
This is the captain. Cabin crew to sound doors for arrival and question, please.